I just want to go back.
One important question I
okay.
need to mention about this kind. We're not talking about customer service, but we're talking about insurance companies and making phone calls and talking to them. I just find it so annoying. This is another thing, but we won't talk about it too much. I mean, unless you want to vent your spleen as well on this. This happened to me only yesterday. Somebody called me and they said, "I'm from so and so bank. I'd like to talk to you about about your account. Can you please identify yourself?" I said, "I can, but how do I know that you're from that bank?" It could be anybody making a call.
Well, they called from your bank. Were you a member of that bank?
Yes. So my point is, hold on a minute. You're asking me about my ID to verify the account with you, but how do I know that you're from that bank? It could be some other Tom, Dick, and Harry saying, "Oh, I'm from ABC Bank, and I just like to verify it."
It's very
how do you know?
interesting. You should say that because I deal with these situations.
Yeah, how would you do?
Okay. Now the fact of the matter is, first of all, if you're never 100% sure of who they are,
Yeah.
you always say to them, "I will call you back."
Thank you. I did that. I said, I'm not going to have this discussion any further. I'm not being rude, but I just want to make sure that our discussion is secure because I'm not sure who you are.
Yeah.
Can you give me your phone number? Or your
No,
supervisor?
no, that's a big mistake. That's a big
no,
mistake.
hold on, let me-
No, wait.
I will go
I'll
onto
tell-
the
wait,
internet
before
and
you,
get your company's number.
before you
No,
go
they
do
won't
that,
give me that.
no. What
They
you
won't
do
do
is
that.
On the
you
internet,
don't.
they will contact them.
Okay, look, seriously, think about it. It's very logical. You ask them for their phone number, and they're ringing you. They're a fake person ringing you. They're going to give you their number.
Oh, obviously,
That's
And
fine.
so, what do you mean that's fine? If
No,
they-
because
they-
you don't let me finish.
What I'm saying
I said
is,
to
you
that
don't
person-
ask them for their number. You just tell them, "I will contact the bank directly and speak to them."
That's what I said.
What's
I
your
would not-
name? What's
what,
your
no, what I
department?
said,
Yeah,
exactly.
that-
That's why I
that you can
asked.
do. That you
You
can
didn't let
do.
me finish. I asked them, "What's your phone number? What's your department? And who's your supervisor?" I don't mean who, as in what department head or what title. I want their name or somebody that you can let me know. Because I'm going to ask that person and I'm going to ring my own bank or ring my customer service bank number and I'm going to make that call for you. Because I'm not 100% sure you don't, and they were so adamant that they didn't want to give me any details about themselves. They didn't even want to give me their name.
Well, then I'll tell you.
I'm
Wait,
telling you.
before you go any further, first of all, then
They're
they
not
will probably
obliged.
no, they have to give you the details.
Well, they
Okay,
didn't.
Were they legit?
what details they have to give you?
Were they legit? Did you phone back?
Yeah, I did.
And were they legit?
They were.
Okay,
I'd have
well,
a word with their, I'd have
I
a
would-
word with
I
their
would-
boss.
I would have a word with the
hold on, hold on.
supervisor
I
because-
told the supervisor when I spoke to them. Eventually, when I got through, I said, "Listen, just a personal advice, but I think it would affect quite a few. When you ring somebody and you don't identify yourself exactly and you can't prove yourself, what you should do is call the customer and say, if you're not sure, please call us on your normal customer service line and ask for this specific name, or I can give you a few other names or any other departments. You make the call, but you need to call us by today."
That's again, okay. This comes
again,
back. This
that
comes
comes
back
back
to
to what
personal
you're
company
saying.
policies.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've worked, as I told you, I've worked in banking, right? So the company that I worked for, one of the companies I worked for, that their policy when they do an outbound call, which I've had to do, is that you identify yourself. All right, you say, "I'm so and so from so and so. We're calling you about, your account. We need to, before we go any further, we need to identify you." Now, if that person says to you, "Look, I'm not comfortable talking to you because I don't know who you are. I can't verify you are who you say you are. Can I contact you back?" We are then obliged to tell them, "Yes, you can contact us by calling customer service for Citibank or American Express
Any bank,
or
any insurance
Commonwealth
company, whatever.
Bank or whoever it is,
Yeah.
right? And say, I just got a phone call from such and such."
Because that call is logged. They don't know.
Well, not just that. We then actually put a note on their account saying, "We've tried to contact customer. Customer will call back. Please assist." Or
Right.
"Please direct to so-and-so," right? Now, that's one thing. The other thing is, when we identify customers...
Are you speaking because of your experience?
Yeah, I'm talking about
Also?
experience, okay? When we identify customers, we don't ask them generic questions.
I know.
Okay, now, I'll give you an example. We don't ask them... Okay, a common one is mother's maiden name, okay?
Yeah.
Everybody uses mother's maiden name as a security question. Most people, right? So we don't say to them, "What is your mother's maiden name?" We will say something like, "What is the middle or the fifth letter of your mother's maiden name?"
Let me see now.
Or if you've got a password, what is the 6th character of your password?
So you're not
We
really
don't
asking
specifically
for it.
ask you for the full information. We ask you for a small portion of it. Because if we've got the information and you give us that small portion, we can then verify that.
Because if
Another
you give them
co-
the full
ano-
password, then
another-
I'm
No,
not
that's
gonna-
good. I've never,
I've
I've
never
never
heard
been
that
asked that
one.
before.
I've
No,
never
I
heard
like
that
that
one.
one. I like
Another
that
question. Another question is, what is the number we called you on?
That's right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because we've called you on a number, so you verify with us what number we've called you on. Because we've obviously got that number. That's one of our valid questions, you know? So there are ways of doing it. But the thing is, always, if you're never sure of who you're talking to and you're not comfortable, just tell them.
But this,
I will
you know,
call you back.
I'm with you on that.
I will
I'm with
call
you.
you back. I
I'm
will
with
call
you on
customer
that.
service. And
I'm with you on that, but the question I...
But again,
Well,
this comes back to, you know what it comes back
You know,
to?
it comes back to, what is our world coming to?
No, it comes
When
back
some toe rag is going to phone you up and say, I'm from
Are
your
you
bank.
calling me a toe rag?
No, I'm not. No.
Because
No.
there's fighting
No,
words,
no,
my
no.
friend.
Some toe rag phones you up and pretends he's from the bank, or some toe rag sends you an email saying that, oh, we're gonna cut off your phone, or your car insurance is gonna be void, or any of those such things if you don't update your account with your details now. And you're like, oh shit, and it's some dodgy bastard that's sending you some spam mail or whatever they call them, or bogus emails.
They're
What's
phishing,
our world? Yeah, what's our world coming to?
Well, you know, I mean, that's the
That's
world.
just- that's
the
just
world
the
has
way-
always been like this. It's now more noticeable. People are more aware of it. They've been scam artists for centuries.
I
Okay,
tell you,
who have been
let me tell
scamming
you
people, scamming money, scamming royalty, whatever. But I mean, the
let me
fact of
tell
the
you,
matter
a
is,
few years ago, because there's a little age gap between me and the missus. Yeah.
Maybe I should move that coffee to get a bit aggro there.
No, it's not. There's a little age gap between me and the missus. Okay? So, all this computer stuff, yeah? She grew up with a computer at school, yeah? Okay? I didn't have computers at school.
didn't even have a
We
calculator.
He had an abacus.
We had a calculator.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was abacus.
No, we did have calculators. There were
The big
there were
bricks?
big things that we had, yeah?
The scientific ones.
Yeah, no, it would have been something, massive calculators. Anyway, so we grew up with that, and I got this email. It would have been about 5-6 years ago, and this guy said, "Oh, look, we want to make inroads into Australia and yada 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 yada." And I've been looking for work. I'd been unemployed for a couple of months at that time. And I was looking at this, and he says, "And we've seen that you're looking for work and da 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 da." And it's got letter. I'm thinking, oh, sweet. Must have seen my resume on Seek. Oh, great. I said to the missus, this guy just said, all I've got to do is this, yeah, and collect from me. He's going to give me a load of numbers, and I just collect the details, put the money into my account, and then I just send it to him. And she's like, darling. I'm like, but this is really good money. This is, and she's like, darling, it's a scam. I'm like, what do you mean scam? And she sat down, and I felt like a prawn afterwards. But, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But you see, I think. Okay, look,
technology
we've got
doesn't
to
help.
accept in this day and age.
I would have
you've
done
got to
it.
accept. Yeah, well, this is the thing. I think. Yes, you're right. What is the world coming to? But that is the world. We're aware of the world being like this, so we need to be a bit more smarter about things.
I don't think
the way
other
we
people are
interact.
smart.
Which,
No,
which
but the thing is,
can I just
people-
say, which wraps it back to the terms and conditions,
Ah,
because
yeah.
the companies have been a bit smarter because the world is like this.
Exactly.
No,
because,
that's- you're right there. Yeah,
but
they're
the
taking
reason,
advantage
the
of
reason, the reason is because people don't actually look into what's going on. They're not looking into. They just accept it as it is.
But Bruno, we're too busy.
We
When have we got time to read up on all this
Well, then
rubbish?
don't bitch and moan afterwards.
Oh, shut up.